What is up, YouTube? If you're looking for a short, nice, protective style that does not take 3 years to do, I promise I got this done so fast. I was just astonished at how fast I got it done. If you want to see how I did it, keep watching. And that's on a what? A Mary Had a Little Lamb. Hey YouTube, what's good? It's me, Kimberly B, as you can clearly see below. And I'm coming to you guys today with a hair tutorial. Today, as you can see, I did an asymmetrical bob. I didn't really take too many good pictures, but I do have my video footage here so you guys can see the front and the back. This was kind of like 90s inspired, kind of Jada No Pickett inspired, you know. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Of course, first you wanna do a good thorough wash to your hair and conditioning and moisturization, all that good jazz. And then once you do have it ready to go, you can go ahead and part your hair. So you'll wanna start off, of course, by doing 2 separate parts to your hair to get started. And then as you see here, I have my rubber bands and my oil. And then moving forward right away, because this clip is moving pretty fast, we're doing a part. Okay, now we got the shining jam. And you're gonna go ahead and start putting your rubber bands in your hair, you guys. So of course you wanna put some oil on those rubber bands before you get started, because it does help it to be a little less harsh on your hair, so you're avoiding like ripping out some hair. And you want it to be relatively tight for that neat, like, you know, put together look, you know, but you don't want it to be too tight. If you might have it a little too tight, you can always take your comb through there and kind of stretch it just a little bit, but be careful doing that as well. And then also, just a tip for when you're doing your parting, you can go ahead and apply some of that Shine and Jam beforehand and then just go through and part. It just helps it all come together so much better. As well, with this hairstyle, you'll want to put out any baby hairs ahead of time so that you're not getting it all like jumbled up in your braid. As you can see, if you're like me and you have like adult baby hairs, more like adult hairs, turning them into baby hairs, you want to go ahead and put those out ahead of time so that they're not all up in the mix. So I'll go ahead and keep on parting my hair, and then we can move on to the next section. Alright y'all, so once you have finished doing your parting and sectioning of your hair, you want to get your triple value pack Spectra hair stretch braid. You don't have to use the same brand, of course, whatever floats your boat. But as you can see, I was just using some leftover hair packs from literally around the house. Alright, so once you have your hair, it is time to get it started. You can rake your fingers through it briefly to get it loose. And I took a medium to large size piece of hair, and then I split it into 2 pieces. Then after that, I wrapped the pieces around one another to create a chain-like loop, because you have one piece of hair going through the other, as you can see. So now, looking through my other mirror, I am taking that piece and I'm splitting it into 3 so that I can start braiding on my hair. So you'll have 2 pieces of synthetic hair, and then the 3rd piece will be a synthetic / your human regular hair. So we're splitting it into 3, and then we're gonna start braiding. You wanna make sure that at this point, this is where you're keeping your tension well and keeping a grip on your hair as you get started braiding down. And once I've braided down my hair far enough on the back of my head, I always love to twist the braid to the side and then just braid off of the side of my head. It makes it so much easier on my arms to preserve some of my arm strength, because you already know doing your hair is definitely a workout. At least to me, I feel like my arms get toned. Alright y'all, so once you finally get to a good point where you're feeling comfortable to stop, you do want to assure that your braid is longer than your true natural hair, because the worst thing that you could do is end up doing this style and then you're actually cutting and burning the ends of your real hair. So make sure that you braid down far enough and then go ahead and rubber band that temporarily. You might not want to go ahead and start cutting them just yet, just so that you can do like a map out on your head of which braids are going to be longer or shorter. So if you don't go ahead and cut it ahead of time, it'll give you that freedom to make adjustments later or braid down a little bit more if needed. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue braiding my hair, and then I will be turning around and show y'all the front so that you can get a better view of how I start my braid. So as you can see, I have made a lot of progress on my hair off camera. I went ahead and just left a lot of rubber bands at the end of my hair at my comfortable stopping points so that I could do braid comparisons, because of course I want some of them longer than shorter. So as you can see, once again, you want to grab your piece of hair, make it a medium to jumbo size piece, and you're going to split it into two. Then you're going to wrap the two pieces of braid around each other. And then as you can see, I'm taking it and going right over top of my sectioned off hair piece, and then I'm starting my braid. So you want to braid with 3 pieces of hair to go, and I do so by eventually adding that natural piece of hair to the other piece of synthetic hair. So also, as you get to the end of your braid, you can take it and put it next to other braids in order to see how your braid is really going to fall and how it's going to look in comparison to the others. So you want it to kind of, make it look like it has like a flow to it, Okay, y'all, now it's time for the fun part. This is where we start really getting ourselves together. So as you can see, I took my scissors, and then please be careful. Please just be careful, okay? Now, this is exactly why you have to make sure that you have braided far down enough so that we are only burning synthetic hair. So I go ahead and I cut right below my rubber band. Give yourself just a little bit of space so you have some hair to burn without popping a rubber band on yourself. And you just want to simply burn the end of it, and then also give it like 3 seconds to cool off before pinching the ends. And I just pinch them to gather the hair bits all together. Like, I was low-key having so much fun doing this. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. My rubber band just broke. So it's also time to get jazzy with it. As you can see, I got this packet of hair adornment supplies. So I have some of the gold string. It's like a bungee string, Yeah, what you want to do is just give it a burn, and then also like go like this. But honestly, it's really not that noticeable, the burnt ends, when you put these little bedazzles on them anyways. So it'd be cool anyways, either way it go. But one thing I'm gonna do, because I want to make sure that this braid always stays to my right side. So I have a piece of string here and a curved needle. I'm gonna make this braid a bit more stationary. And look at that, stationary braid. It's litty. So that's just a little braiding hack as well too, if you don't want your braid all in your face. And I go like that, and I go like that, and then in my face. Period. And that's on what? A Mary Had a Little Lamb. So just be careful, please. Please be careful. So all that's left to do is to continue decorating our hair. I got this packet of hair jewels as well as the gold thread from my beauty supply for $2.99. So I'm just simply wrapping my thread around my hair in order to give it like a zigzaggy pattern. To get that thicker portion, I just wrap it a lot tighter and closer to one another before loosely wrapping it around the other parts of the braid in like a zigzaggy manner. Also, once I get to the end, I simply tie it into a knot and then tuck it underneath other pieces of gold thread in order to try to conceal the end. Also, at your preference, if you have some extra gold clamps, you can put them on your actual braids. Alright, hey y'all, so I now have all of my adornments on here. I'm actually like a few adornments short of having enough to cover each one of my braids, but for the most part, all of them are covered. So unless somebody look hard, you're not gonna really tell that I'm missing some of my little adornments. So yes, here is the completed look. So this is what it's looking like. And then I kind of just, choose to have certain braids to the front, certain ones to the side. So this is the completed look, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration if maybe you want to try it. I just thought it was cute, very playful, very fun, very giving Jada No Picket, maybe. No, yeah, I don't know. Maybe like if I wanted to pull some of my braids up, I could pull some of them back like this. Oh yeah, dang, I had the stationery. Well, I'm always have a bang, I see, because I forgot forgot that fast that I had sewed some of my braids in place. So I guess I'm glad that I didn't do so for the rest of mine. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, the button, stay notified anytime I post. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a great day. So that wasn't really bye, it's kind of like hello again. So you know, you see I'm back here again. I just wanted to show y'all, like, this is what it looks like when I tie my hair up, basically. So like, if you ever don't want your hair to be in your face, this is another